which is recording it. Recording in progress. Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Prife 101, the Prife International's weekly series exclusively designed for business builders in order to provide amazing material, information, knowledge, and everything that a business builder needs to thrive and succeed in the career that they are building in Prife International. So, firstly, before we begin, I just want to check in. I'm sure everyone can hear me. How are you today? Where are you dialing in from? You can unmute and let me know. You can send a message in the chat. It's so lovely to connect with so many Prife members from all over the world. Oh, we don't have a chat in this one. So yes, you guys can unmute and let me know where you're calling in from. It's such a pleasure to host so many business builders in Prife International. It is such a pleasure to be able to connect with so many of you dialing in from so many parts of the world. We are joined today. Oh, Mr. Charles Beaumont from the Philippines, Engineer Charles calling in from the Philippines. I guess the chat does work. So yes, drop a message in the chat. Uh, Iviliana from Slovenia, Ljubljana. So nice to have you in this call. Who else do we have here? Just drop in a hello, where you're from in the chat, and we're about to begin shortly. We have a very wonderful program planned for you today. Today, we have none other than Prife International's Chief Training Officer, Mr. Nathan, joining us today to lead us on a very wonderful talk. And I'm sure a lot of you here. Hi, Leon from Malacca. So nice to have you. I see Mr. Nathan's smiling face. So nice to see him as well. Hi, brother Nathan. So before I hand over the mic to Mr. Nathan, I just want to explain a small concept behind this. I'm sure a lot of you today have heard the Trilogy of Wellness the way as it is presented to new members and to all strangers who are dialing in from everywhere in the world, getting their first introduction about Prife International from Mr. Nathan's product introduction or BOP calls. What we have today is something slightly different. What we have today is a gathering of business builders who are all interested in understanding how they can implement the strategy behind the Trilogy of Wellness and use it to really build their business and teach that and duplicate that to their downlines. So, Mr. Nathan explained to me the concept and the idea behind the Trilogy of Wellness, how they are moving with it in the Philippines, how they are programming the Wellness Trilogy in the three lakes that they are doing. So I'm really excited to have Mr. Nathan come in and explain this concept to all of you business builders dialing in from everywhere in the world, from Europe, from Asia, from the US, from Latin America, to all of you. And so we can take this concept, understand it, and duplicate it as we start to talk about it to all of our members and friends and family around the world. So, without any more introduction from me, let's get right to the hero of the day. I would like all of us to put our hands together and welcome Mr. Nathan, Prife International Chief Training Officer, on another episode of Prife 101. Mr. Nathan, over to you.
Thank you, Brother Mugi, and thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. Good afternoon. It's 4:04 in the Philippines, and it's a wonderful day. I just came back from another city yesterday, and we talked about the Trilogy of Wellness. Now, just to give you a awareness of what we're doing, we are positioned. The company is positioned, aligning into the ultimate. This is the holy grail of wellness. Wellness has been around for a very long time. And in fact, wellness industry is a multi-billion industry. And we were used to the mindset of supplements, supplementation, nutrition, minerals, amino acids, and meds. All of these are popping pills and capsules into our bodies. Never we thought that there could be a revolutionary way to do it. For how many years scientists and doctors have been looking for solutions? They're looking for ways and how to bring the message of health to humanity. And this message comes from a lot of research over the years. And after many, many years looking back how science and health has progressed, they have concluded. And the conclusion is not something mind shocking. It is very much like, oh, yeah, this is it. You wouldn't know that the conclusion, after many years of study, boils down to a free kind of it's free, by the way. It's basically going back to nature. And so I'm privileged to learn about this from a very wonderful guy. So let me share my screen to you guys. I'm really privileged because I do a lot of studies and I do a lot of research. I do a lot of listening to audiobooks, and a lot of you have heard about this trilogy of wellness. And I call this the to achieve the ultimate human health. And again, it is funny because we thought it is a pill. That's why we call it the magic pill. I got a friend and he said, I might be smoking right now, drinking alcohol. I might have cancer. Yeah, but one day science will discover a pill that when I take it, it's gonna heal my body. And I was like, really? Is there such a thing? And a lot of my friends mentioned about this magic pill. What is this magic pill? Is this really for real? Is there such a magic pill? If there is, scientists could have been released that, or the medical world. They have come up with different pills, but there is no one pill solution. And there you cannot do away from this. It's not a one thing solution. It's not a magic pill solution. It is a process. As the body is developed from our genes, we are developing everything. And the body is so intelligent. The body keeps up with the stress and the lifestyle that we have. And again, we are misinformed. There is a lot of disinformation today, basically about what? About health. We are disinformed that health is when we take this kind of breakfast, we eat cereals in the morning, and we take our, we eat our waffles and our cow's milk. And, if we take a lot of cow's milk, it gives calcium to the body. And if we move away from the sunlight, we put on sunscreen, because we need to block the sun. So we have all this information. And this is even taught in schools, that eating this pyramid of health that they call, much of that is the carbs, the sugar, the carbs. And as you go up the ladder, of course, they put vegetables there and there. But this ministry of health, all right, for the longest time, hasn't really taught us about the reality of how to achieve a vibrant physical body. That is the sad part there, right? And so today you will learn how to achieve that ultimate human health. As I always say, it's not how would I say that? It's not enough, all right? It's not enough to be pain-free. Okay? So go to the chat, you can agree with me if you want to agree with me. It's not enough to be pain-free. The Itera Care is a marvelous anti-inflammatory, all right? Now, I'm not claiming, again, disclaimer, all right, because we have audiences all over the world. I'm not claiming again that the Itera Care cures. It's not. But based on results over thousands of users and research and data provided by a lot of research laboratories all over the world, the Itera Care is proven to really lessen or remove this discomfort in the body, or we call it pain. And it's because of inflammatory problems, inflammation. It's really amazing with that. And we have seen tremendous testimonies all over the world. I mean, tons. I was in Cebu City. This is the mid island in the Philippines. And I have heard a lot of great testimonies from people who are really suffering from immense pain for many years. Like they're agonizing to that point. People who have taken pain relievers for years, and when they started using the Itera Care, it was just boom, crazy. They were mind blown. Oh my gosh, my pain is gone. So the Iteracare is an amazing device for people who have really gone through a lot of pain, inflammatory problems. It's number one against inflammatory, and people who cannot move, parallelism, with those who have growth inside the body. That is what Iteracare is really good at, because the terahertz optimizes the power of your cells and removes those mutated and bad cells. That is the terahertz. But then again, it's not enough. Yeah, you're pain-free now. And then what's next? Yeah, you can move your arms. What's next? The point is, you should go back, or you become vibrant. Your body is designed to live long, and essentially the body has all the capacity, the power, the force to bring it back when you were at your 20s, when you were at your 30s, those vibrant, those power, those metabolic power, those, things that's going on in your cells and in your body, where your organs are clean and your colon were clean and you were really performing well. We call it the peak performance of your body when you were younger. Is it possible to live that for the longest time? Of course, it is very much possible. Even if you're at your 60s, 70s, 80s, you can have a 20, 30-year-old type of body, which is really vibrant and healthy. And the way to do it is not a pill. The way to do it is not what the medical world is telling us, because it's an agenda. They want to make money. So if you want a radical approach, the real approach, you got to go back to nature. You got to go back to ancient times, before all this information came, before medical things came, medical information came. You got to go back, trace it back before all these technologies were available and all the science that they say were available. Trace it back to the roots. And what were the roots? When humanity was here thousands of years ago, they were living as long as 3,400, 600, 800 years old. And there was no known disease those days. No known disease. You cannot read in any textbook somebody died because of colon cancer and diabetes. It was unheard. So can we live again and extend our lives? Can we prolong our lives? Can we even be old, but can we live a really healthy life? That is my point here. Of course, it takes a lot of discipline, but there are keys to achieve that ultimate human health. And I'm going to show you the key. This is based on the study and this guy, Gary Brecka, together with a lot of his doctors and scientists. So guys, when you talk about this, the ultimate human health, I wanted to quote this guy because he is the prevailing author of the ultimate human health. He's a human biologist with over 22 plus years of experience in predicting mortality. I mean, they can tell a person died by the month based on your geography, your lifestyle, the meds you're taking. I mean, they can tell when you will die to the month. That is crazy. And this is one of the most accurate science in the world. This is used by life insurance companies. That's why you don't see any life insurance companies shutting down. Until today, they're like, wow, they're multiplying their assets, multiplying their profits, because it's a very powerful data. And so he used this data and he looked into it and he said, what if I use this data to help humanity? And so together with doctors and scientists, they come up with this brilliant conclusion, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the conclusion. The very problem why humanity is suffering, it's because of deficiency. Deficiency is the main cause why our body is deteriorating and aging and becoming sicker. It is the deficiency in the body. Why? What is deficiency? Now, we thought it's the lack of food, the lack of supplement, and the lack of nutrition. Actually, it's not. It's not the lack of what we're not eating. It is the body's inability to convert those raw materials into a form that the body needs. In other words, it's not a problem about the availability of food, okay? It's the problem within the body, within us. The body is like, it doesn't have that capacity right now. It's supposed to have, because it's been there. But it doesn't have the capacity right now to convert that capacity to convert is what we call methylation. This is a huge word here. It's a big word. All right. I haven't heard this until I've heard Gary Brecka's. I went into research and I looked into it and I said, yeah, it totally makes sense, man. It totally makes sense. So methylation, this is a biochemical process within our body. It is the body's ability to convert those raw materials into a usable form. So in other words, when you take, amino acids, it converts these amino acids into form that the body can utilize and the cell starts to eat. All right. We call it methylation, right? That, like when you take vitamin, or when vitamin D is produced in the body, it has to methylate so it can help, produce calcium in the bones, those stuff. That is the big word there, methylation. If you don't have that capacity to methylate in the body, you got to have deficiency. And that is why a lot of people said, when I started using the Iterra Air, kaboom, something happens. Because I've been taking supplements for years, and it seems that the body is immune. It's not that because the body is immune. It is because the body is unable to break it down into forms that it can use. There's still a lot of supplements there. There's a lot of nutrition there, but the body is unable to convert it. And so the problem comes, deficiency. We want our body to have the capacity to biochemically process all the supplements that we're taking, all these drinks and juices that we're taking, all this food that we're taking, so that the body achieves the health, the ultimate health that we want to happen in our bodies. If you're with me, type yes. All right. All right. So you're good with this. So this is good. You explain what's methylation, explain it as simple as you can. I was explaining it a little bit deeper, but explain it as simple as you can. In other words, it's the body's problem to convert. So no methylation process, because the body doesn't have the energy, doesn't have the components and the elements it needs. So how do we solve this problem? All right. We solve this problem with three things. So the body can methylate, the body can start converting all this nutrients inside, elements, and all this essential amino acids. We got to do these three things every single day. That's the truth there. And this is free. Again, going back to nature, it's free. Is grounding free? Yes. But are you grounding? 90+% of people, according to study, around 92%, does not ground anymore. Oxygenation. Is it free? Yes, it's in the air. But are you taking enough oxygen every day? Are you doing breath works? I mean, if you look at your room today, right now, if you are staying in a condo, in a flat, or in your room, check. Is it well ventilated? Or is it using recycled air because of the air condition all the time? And you're sleeping there, you're staying there. That is a problem if you don't have enough oxygen. It's good if you're staying nearby a beach or in the forest or in a mountain, you got enough oxygen, right? But it doesn't stop there. You need another element. We call it sunlight. Most of the people, they don't love the sun. They don't like to be exposed under the sun because they were taught that the sunlight can cause a lot of these problems in the body, right? Give you cancer, all right? Exposure to the sunlight can make you age fast, your skin and blah, blah, blah. And so people put all this stuff on their skin. So we were disinformed about these three things. We don't have this right now, because of our urban lifestyle, our city, like Singapore. You research it. Singapore has one of the highest leg amputation in the world. Crazy, right? I mean, for a country that walks a lot, everybody walks in Singapore. You go to a transport, to the bus, to the train, you got to walk. I mean, at least at 1-2 kilometers a day. If you're a usual citizen there, you keep walking. The government designed the system and everybody walks. But how come there's a lot of leg amputation happening in Singapore? Everybody's running there. Everybody's quite healthier there compared to a lot of countries. People are aware about jogging and healthy lifestyle. Why is it there's so high leg amputation? It's because nobody's grounding in Singapore. Check if there's enough soil for everybody to step on. None. It's concrete. It's cemented. Everybody wearing sleepers and shoes. Grounding, it's quite hard to ground in modern cities, ladies and gentlemen. Now, do they have enough oxygen? Probably not. Why? It's everywhere. Yeah, there's a lot of trees, but there's a lot of carbon monoxide. And again, they're enclosed in the rooms. Oxygen is less. Sunlight, nobody wants sunlight because again, they're taught that it's not good for them. So the solution by Gary Brecka is to purchase the Superhuman Protocol. You can buy this in his website. It costs around 150,000 US dollars. It's very expensive. This is used by athletes, right? Like the NBA players, like UFC players, UFC, boxers, and I mean, you can check these guys. I mean, they love the Superhuman Protocol. Rich people, celebrities, and it has an PEMF mat, the pulse electromagnetic field mat, which is used by the astronauts. This was discovered by NASA in 2003, and we have this also, which I'll show you later. They have this hypermax oxygen. They put a tube and they have this mask and they stop breathing it. It start pumping all oxygen through inhalation. And the infrared pod where you lie down there and it produces this infrared that mimics the sunlight. The Superhuman Protocol is totally impractical right now. It's expensive. But you can get this if you want this. And why is grounding and earthing important? Let's go into details. And you got to convince people why it's very important. And you should be doing this. We should be doing this every day, minimum of 10 minutes. All right. They did a study. When you ground for a minimum of 10 minutes, even 6 minutes, it's enough to change the polarity of the cells, and the cells begins to separate. And when there is separation of cells, more oxygen gets into the cells, all right? More nutrients gets into the cells, and the cells starts to move. The blood cells begins to move freely and fluidly. Moves faster. In other words, the cells now are healthier. They're not clumped. When they're clumped, of course, they have a hard time pushing through the veins. And so just by earthing for just 10 minutes, that's it. And not just the changing of polarity, it discharges us into the earth. Why do we need to discharge? Again, we are energy fields, right? You know that. This physical body is an energy conductor, energy absorber. We absorb energy from the phones, from stress, from our people around us. We don't know this, but we are like energy conductors. We absorb energy. So through the day, we have all this unnecessary energies we need to discharge. By grounding, you discharge. You ground. That's why it's called grounding. You have your refrigerator, you have your appliances in the house, microwave. You know this. You got your washing machines. It has this green wire and gives you the instruction. You got to ground this machine because any excess energy, it goes through the grounding, and it has good effects because all this unnecessary electricity might, give you that static energy. You touch it, you feel like that, right? It's static, or it can hurt some of the parts in the machine. And so you need to ground the machine. The same way with the body. We need to discharge. That is called magnetism from the earth. Us and Mother Nature, we are connected to bring this cycle, this loop of health. That's why it's called Mother Nature. We are nurtured by the power, by the magnetism, by the energy of Mother Nature. So grounding is important. Not just that, grounding can also help the stabilization of the alkalinity, the pH balance in the body. Now, Gary Brecka said, it is farce to say that drinking alkaline water makes the body alkaline. All right. He said it's a farce. It's not proven. Okay. If you want your body to have alkalinity, it's not just drinking the alkaline water. It is the pH, meaning the potential hydrogen. It's putting that hydrogen in the body. It's by grounding that you change the polarity and you demagnetize or magnetize the body. Then the body has this capacity. Again, it's more of like methylating. The body starts to create that pH balance. It is the body that does that inside an organ, right? And so that is very important. Grounding is super important. Now, starting today, Or tomorrow when you wake up, start grounding. How many minutes, Nathan? 10 minutes. Do it every day. You will watch your life. You see your body like, wow, you're going to experience a brand new you. It's going to be different. Yes. And now, next, breath work, oxygenation or oxygen from the air. We've got magnetism from the earth. We need oxygen from the air. Is our air today clean? Nope, not in Metro Manila. I don't think also in KL. I don't even think so in New York, in big countries, or even in UK. I mean, you don't get enough of oxygen. There is what we call crisis of oxygen. And so they deprive us from oxygen because we know if you have less oxygen in the body, which is the most important element in the body, why would I say that? It's the most important element in the body. Check this out. If somebody's dying in a deathbed, what do they put in? They don't pump in nitrogen. They pumped in oxygen. Oxygen is like the very core element of everything to function, to methylate. And so oxygen is important. Are you doing breath work? Nobody's doing breath work. If there are, so less. Are you having enough oxygen in your room? I don't think so. It's all recycled air. And so without this very important component, again, the body goes into what? Sicker and sicker levels. So we need this oxygen. Now, and last one, sunlight. We are meant to spend 85% of our time outdoors so we can convert this light into our skin so the body can produce vitamin D. Is vitamin D important? Of course. It's even important even for calcium production in the body. If you want your bones to be stronger, based on study, it is sunlight that makes our bones stronger. It's not cow's milk. We were taught that cow's milk gives us calcium. Nope, it's disinformation again. It's not the cow's milk. And I realized, oh my gosh, yeah, totally true. A lot of people are drinking all this milk, but they have problems like osteoporosis. I mean, it's the other way around. They said that the sunlight gives cancer. When they start putting on these sun blockers and all this skin problem, what happens? Oh, a lot of them having now skin problems. It's never the sun. The sun has always been there. I mean, look at farmers. Look at the Egypts. They're exposed there. In Arab countries, you don't hear anybody having skin cancer, even though it's thousands of years ago, right? But today, there's a lot of skin cancer. It's not the sun, ladies and gentlemen. It is what you put on your skin that is super toxic. So light from the sun, expose your skin. We need these three things because the more we move away from these three things, the sicker we become. This is the biohack right here, ladies and gentlemen. Now you're hearing this, do this every single day. Because why? Why is this three elements important? We understand that every cell in the body is a battery. The grounding charges the cells. The sunlight charges the cells. The oxygen charges the cells. So the idea is, listen, this is the most important thing. The idea is to increase, to optimize the power or the charging of your cells. That's the idea. That's what Gary Brecka said. And a lot of these biohackers and longevity experts, they said the idea to live long or to reverse the aging is to keep your cells battery, your cells charged on its optimum level. That's why we have scalar energy, quantum energy, terahertz energy, sunlight energy, ions, infrareds. All of this stuff is there to charge, to help charge and optimize the cells in our bodies. That's the thing. If you move into this path, if you follow the path of charging your cells, you will have a very healthy physical body. That's the thing. Most people, they have less energy today because of the nature of our work, right? Most people, they are unhealthy. They're sitting in their office like from 9 to 5 in the evening, in the afternoon. And they're sitting there without exposure with sunlight. They hardly move. All right. People are in the box. The energy is low. They don't exercise. Again, all of this exercising, moving around, laughter, joy, this is all helping the cells charge. Even your thoughts. Your thoughts, all right, Those thoughts, the cells are listening to your thoughts, even to your words. So all is there to charge your cells. So what kind of energy, what kind of frequency, or are you charging your cells? If you understand this, it's gonna revolutionize your life. I'm excited. So I've got a solution. You don't need to buy the superhuman protocol, which costs 150,000 US dollars. Quite expensive. That's around 7.5 million pesos in the Philippines. You can get this because I'm sure most of us, we don't have the time to ground, right? You don't even want to go out of your house. If you have, then you go out of your house, there's no soil at all. There's no grass at all, right? So you don't do this every day, because the point here is you got to be exposed to this. You got to be charged, grounding, oxygen, and sunlight every single day. And the solution is Prife International's Trilogy of Wellness. That's what I'm saying. This is the solution. That's why I'm so excited about this Trilogy of Wellness. The earthing is through our bio, which I'm going to discuss later on, and the oxygenation is through our oxytap, and sunlight through our Iteracare. Now, okay, let me mute you guys for a while. Sorry for that. Okay, now the bio has this PEMF, which has same effect as grounding. This was discovered by NASA in 2003. This technology is in our bio, and there's more, right? Look at this result here. This is the unclumping or the separation of cells. When the cells polarities change, this is what happens. See what happens after PEMF treatment. Oxygen delivery increase, nutrient delivery increase, circulation in the body increase, plaque buildup is decreased, and it's really great for the heart. The heart pumps better. The energy of PEMF is great for the heart. The heart has a lot of electrical charging there because it's a movement of pushing, like pumping, right? It's like one of the most powerful motors in the body. Most powerful machine is the heart. So the PMF helps that. Now, the bio is more than just helping magnetizing the body. It has a lot more. It has metabolic functions and great for circulation, great to burn the fats, for inflammatory problems, activation of cells. Again, it gives energy to your cells. It purifies the body, and many, many more. That is the bio, the solution for grounding and earthing. It has 3 core technologies. We call it triple energy. We have terahertz. We have negative ions, especially the bio. It's great for sleep quality, allergies, asthma, enhancing immune functions, and antioxidant. And of course, the graphene far infrared, which is great for blood circulation. This is the heat, the infrared ray, which is great, like the sun right there. This is great for the body. So it heats up your skin in your feet, and it starts allowing the circulation moving up from the feet up to your head. This is great. Now, the oxytap, this is one of our latest product, and I'm just really excited about this. Now, listen, there could be no other better statement, way better than saying this, right? Hear this. Oxygenation. The presence of oxygen is the absence of disease. I mean, dive into that. The presence of oxygen is the absence of disease. In other words, if there is enough or a lot of oxygen in the body, disease is not there. Oxygen is a very powerful element to remove all these problems in the body. I mean, not just one, but everything. Oxygen is a very important component in the body. Now, when you drink the oxytap, you get 6 times higher oxygen absorption in your liver compared to just by breathing. 6 times. When you're breathing like this, when you drink, it goes straight to your liver, goes straight to your bloodstream, starts to just oxygenate the entire thing in your body, and you start feeling good. That is oxygen, and the body starts to function. The blood starts to flow better. You know, your tissues, your organs starts to move better. Your heart starts to pump more blood. That is what oxygen does. It's like a fuel. Talking about fuel, exactly. In your mitochondria, which is the generator of your cells, you need a currency called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. This is the source of energy and stored in your cellular levels. It is pumped up using oxygen. If you have hypoxia, which is low levels of oxygen, inefficient oxygen tends to make you crave for more sugar, right? And most people think that sugar is a good energy booster. Nope. All your energy drinks, look at the labels, they've got high levels of sugar. It is a fake energy booster. That's why I don't take sugar. I always tell my kids, minimize your sugar or no sugar at all. For them to eat an ice cream is a privilege because sugar is a poison to the body and it takes insulin to balance that. And so if you keep putting sugar and the body keep pushing insulin to balance it, one day the pancreas would say, I got enough. I don't have enough insulin now. Then that's where you have a problem called diabetes. We don't want that. All right. So you need 32 ATPs for a cell to function normally or optimally. So all this with high ATP energy in our cells, all of this allows your body to repair. You become younger. You feel young and alive, and oxygen fights infections. It removes cancer cells. In other words, a cancer cell is basically less or no oxygen at all. This is what Dr. Otto Warburg said, a Nobel Prize winner. Listen. There's a lot of cancer today. Cancer is the second cause of death all over the world. My gosh. And it makes me just really sad, because I have relatives who died because of cancer. I've got friends who died because of cancer. I know when somebody died because of cancer, they go through agonizing heat. Agonizing moments. To die before your death in pain, I don't think a human being deserves that. Would you agree with me? Right? Why do human beings have to die through pain? I don't think we deserve that. There is something not right with the system. And it irks me, because why do human beings have to die through pain? Death must not be through pain and disease and suffering. We can just die and lie down and be enjoying and just pass through the next life. That is what was before in the ancient times. They just simply lie down and that's it. Today, cancer is painful, man. And they said that cancer in the bones is the most painful cancer, the most painful disease you could ever imagine. It's eating your bones. Cancer they eat, right? So now listen to this. How can you turn this around? How can you prevent this immune disorder, this immune problems called cancer, all right? Now, when a cell has no oxygen to use and it's deprived from oxygen, the cells, even at 35%, okay? A cell that is deprived 35% of its oxygen for how many hours? 48 hours. So if you're in your room, enclosed with recycled air of your air condition, less oxygen, all right? If you're staying in your office, less oxygen because it's box. You're in a mall, all right? You're not outside. Less oxygen for 48 hours, which most people, they just stay there for like the entire day, right? And not just 48 hours, every day. Can you imagine? That cell, this is what Dr. Otto Warburg said, that cell may become cancerous. Shoo. Oh, my. Now, check your room right now, ladies and gentlemen. Do you have enough oxygen? If not, go outside. Start breathing, right? Even our cars, it's enclosed. Not enough oxygen. Open your windows from time to time and allow the fresh air to come in. Or you can press that button there that instead of recycling the air inside the car, you press that. You bring in fresh air outside, inside your car. You know this. This is important, guys. This is so important to understand so we prevent this suffering, this cancer in the body. Now, this is the thing. If there is enough oxygen in the cells, Nathan, what happens to the cancer? Simple. According to Dr. Otto Warburg, if there is enough oxygen in the body in the next 48, 72 hours and more, cancer can stop spreading. Wow. Wow. There it is. You know someone who has cancer, right? What do you need to do? What can you do? Let them take, let them breathe, let them have enough oxygen. And that is the solution. Now, oxygen is needed for us to experience high elevated emotions. You know, you notice you're in a meeting, like me, I'm very aware when I'm speaking to a huge crowds. You know, if there's less oxygen, people become sleepy, right? I had a crowd of 120 yesterday, and it was afternoon. Usually afternoon, people loves to sleep, right? So I was talking. I was the second speaker. The speaker was talking for more than an hour and a half. So people were kind of tired, I observed. So what do? I told them, you stand and start moving a little bit. And I said, you know, why you're feeling down? Why you're feeling like there less of that excitement anymore, right? You're feeling bored. It's because the oxygen is less. If there is less oxygen, you don't feel joyful, you don't feel vibrant, you feel sad, you feel down, low frequency. So I told him, start moving, start laughing. So you make them laugh, you shift the energy, oxygen gets in, you experience that joyful excitement environments. It's important to have enough oxygen so you become joyful and happy, right? That's another important part of oxygen. And so we need this power. Okay, now let's go into the sunlight. You know this. I don't need to talk more about this because this is the Iteracare. The Iteracare mimics 140 of the sunlight's energy. All right. And it has 3-in-1 core technology, which is very powerful. So guys, listen, right? Let us complete this combination so we achieve the ultimate human health. You have your Iteracare, right? Fine. That's great. Continue using that. But don't stop. You have to complete the trilogy of wellness. You got to get the bio if you don't have. You got to get the oxytop if you don't have. You got to have these 3 devices. We call this the trilogy of wellness. In the comfort of your home, you can experience these 3 powerful elements given by nature through a device, through a technology provided by Prife International, so you can achieve the ultimate human health. Woo! I just love it, right? It's just amazing. Can you imagine the Iteracare has helped a lot of people, right? Thousands of testimonies. But can you imagine if you add on PEMF through the bio and you add oxygen and you do this every single day consistently? You will be so younger, man. You're going to be so younger. You're going to be healthier. People won't recognize you anymore. They would say, oh my gosh, you are younger, you're vibrant. What happens? Well, I got the secret. The secret to achieve the ultimate human health is the 3 elements. All right. And this is the trilogy of wellness. I want you to share this to as many people as you can. And if you don't have it, get it. Get it. You know, like all our leaders in the Philippines, their goal is to complete the trilogy of wellness. Because everybody has the classic, you know, everybody's classic. They have the premium plus. A lot of our leaders, they have the 4 devices in their homes. They have the pro. A lot of them have a lot of pro, but they don't have the bio yet. So now complete the set, right? Get the bio, get the oxytop, and use it every single day. Watch your body turn around. Watch your health just skyrocket. It's going to be unbelievable. So ladies and gentlemen, we've got more products, and I'm so excited for this, all right? So I'm not going to talk about these global events because, you know, this is Prife, man. I'm very proud of our company, one of the best companies in the world. Young, but we're expanding very fast, and it's a company that learns, a company that evolves, a company that has heart and love for humanity. That's why you're here. You're clicking with the energy of Prife. What's the energy of Prife? We want to change a life. That is Prife. We love this company because we want to contribute to make this world a better place. All right. So thank you so much. If you have any question, let me know. And I give this back to our very dear Mugi. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for Brother Nathan, Chief Training Officer, and in fact, the person who has directly taught me so much that I've needed to learn in Prife International. Thank you for that truly wonderful presentation, and I am sure that we are taking so much from the presentation today, and we're going to take this and apply it to our not only our daily lives but also to the lives of the people around us. Just as Brother Nathan was talking, I was looking around the office that I am in, thinking about the amount of oxygen I'm getting, thinking about the fact that I'm wearing shoes and stepping on concrete and the lack of grounding that I'm experiencing, and feeling lucky that I'm in Prife International's HQ where I can just go outside and borrow a bio to use for like 10 to 15 minutes just to ground myself. And for those of you who don't have the opportunity, please pick up a bio or a bio light and ground yourself for better health. And we still have another 15 minutes up and available. And I really want to use this opportunity to open the floor to anyone who has any specific questions that you may want to uh, ask Mr. Nathan. And if you don't, I'm just going to go through some of the comments. You can ask your comments. You can unmute and share your question, or you can also type your question in the chat, and we can go there. Saul, brother.
Hey, Mugi, how you doing?
Hey,
Guys,
Saul.
thank you for a wonderful job. It's nice to hear
Thank you,
you.
Saul.
It's nice to know about Nathan. I just want to tell you guys that this is very helpful. You know, I'm in Switzerland. For people who don't know me, I'm in Switzerland, and this is information that is very valuable. We are doing amazing things. Just one question, Mugi. Do you think will be when will be the OxyTap in Europe available?
I think we have the same
Uh,
question also in the Philippines.
yes. As of the as of the last memo that we received from headquarters, all
Yeah.
OxyTap sales are still on pre-order status. And as soon as we sort that out, we should have OxyTaps available. OxyTaps are also not available in Malaysia as
Oh
well.
no.
So yeah,
Oh
so for
my
the
God.
stockists and the people, for there are stockists with Oxytap, for example. There are stockists in the US who still have some Oxytap, I believe. So for those of you who still have an Oxytap, or if you have an Oxytap brand new that you haven't opened, do understand that you are holding on to a gold mine. And I hope you either use it for your health or find someone else who can benefit from it. We hope to have Oxytaps back in the market as soon as possible, as soon as we can.
All right. Thank you, Mugi. I hope see you
My
guys soon.
pleasure.
God bless you, man.
My pleasure. All right. Fantastic. We have a question from, I see Brother Nathan has already answered it in the chat. But just for everybody, the question was, can we use the Iteracare for cancer patients without the heat because the heat feels uncomfortable? And Mr. Nathan replied, yes, it's okay. And to use the Pro because the Pro has a no heat setting as well. All previous presentations in Prife 101. So Prife 101 has been a weekly podcast. It has been a weekly training series that started a few months ago and has hosted many trainers and many business builders from around the world. All Prife 101 recordings can be found in the Prife 101 playlist. Just search for Prife 101 or just send me a message and I'll be able to send you the playlist. We have a question from we have two questions regarding oxygen. Ina Grace asked us if there's a required number of liters per day for oxygen water. And another question from Julie Tayaban in the Philippines, who asked us if there is a specific time that is the best time to go outside and breathe in the air. Brother Nathan, over to you.
All right, that's great question. Now, is there a required number of liters? The usual water you drink, you just add on oxygen, and that's it. So every time you drink that water, right, the required water you drink every day, you just infuse the water of the oxygen through the oxytap, and that's what you drink every single time. And that is enough because again, we have less oxygen around us, especially in cities. And so that's it. All the water you drink, and if you don't, of course, you can't carry your oxytap in your office. So my suggestion is you infuse your water, of course, charge it with Itera Care, and then you bring it with you wherever you go. And that's the drink, that's the water you drink for the entire day. And for what time of the day that is best receive oxygen? 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock, oxygen. Well, you can do breath work. I do Wim Hof breath works, which you can do it anytime, and I do it every morning. For oxygen, basically anytime. Just go outside your house and stop breathing, or drink the oxytap any time of the day. But I think if you were referring to the sunlight, the best is like within 45 minutes when it's just rising. That's the best, right? Somewhere between, in the Philippines, somewhere between 6, 7, 8, around there, or 6, 7, 6 to 7 in the morning, where it's just newly rising. That's a great refreshing sun, because it's not too hot, and the light there with all the atmosphere, the oxygen, the ions are there. So that's a great time. And in the afternoon, it's also fine. Basically, any time of the day is okay, but well recommended is when it's rising and when it's about to set. That's the best time for sunlight.
All
I
right.
would say something about sun
Yes,
in the
go ahead.
morning. It's about 200 functions. Just new age. I found 200 functions in the body starting working in the morning when we get sun. The first 45 minutes in the morning. But because we don't have sun every day, there is Itera. I did it these weeks because I was on some therapies. I did it every morning, 3, 4, 5 in the morning with Itera, and I'm sure it works. I'm the proof. So Itera
right.
is the best.
Thank you, Denka.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Yeah, because
Thank
your
you.
country you don't have sunlight all the time. Like in Denmark and in Sweden, there are months that like you have less sunlight. During the winter and during the summer, there's a lot of sun, and in the winter there's less of that sun. And so the Itera Care can definitely provide that, for the body. Thank you,
Yes.
Danka.
Exactly. Thank you so much for that wonderful sharing of your experience. And also, I want to say hi to that doggy on the back seat. So, hi to your pet dog as well. Thank you for sharing that testimonial. And it's so true. Sometimes us living here in the tropics, we kind of take the sun for granted, given that we get the sun all the time. But there are a lot of people around the world who live in countries that are a bit more angled away from the sun, that do not enjoy the same kind of sunlight that we do. So it just goes to show how our products have such a wonderful use for everyone around the world. As long as you're a human being, or as long as you're a mammal, as long as you have some blood flowing in your body, you're going to find the benefits from the iTerra Care. Thank you so much for that. And we have 7 more minutes on our call. I welcome anyone to unmute, share a few words, ask a question, or even share their personal experience while we have this opportunity with Mr. Nathan on the call with us.
I would just say one experience more. It's about
Yes, go
oxygen.
ahead.
It's about
Go ahead.
oxygen. I did breath exercises. I saw in Nathan something more when I first met him, and I was asking myself, what was that? Now I see that he's doing breathing. It's because in the time we don't get this oxytap, it's really very good also to do breathing exercises. Just in these times when there so many negative energies around us, we need to be strong, and it's really very, very good also to heal the traumas. Oxygen together with iTerra, that's perfect. And of course,
Wonderful.
with iTerra Bio.
Wow.
Yes, thank you for sharing your experience. And that is so, so true. And I feel like the best thing about the presentation today is that usually in Prife International, we do sometimes spend a bit too much time talking only about the iTerra Care. And while the iTerra has been an amazing product that has brought us global success and has benefited so many people around the world, we sometimes do forget about the other factors of wellness as well. We sometimes forget about grounding, and we do sometimes forget about breath work. So the fact that we are able to talk about oxygenation and grounding along with sunlight as the trilogy of wellness today has been like a very wonderful combination, I think, that Mr. Nathan thought of. And just for your information, Mr. Nathan, a lot of us in Malaysia have started to present this from the perspective of the trilogy of wellness as well. We're
I
hoping to
love it.
create a wave of the trilogy and just create this system for us to bring forward.
That's right. And to add on that, Mugi,
Mm-hmm,
for business side, this
mm-hmm,
this like a while ago, one leader of mine just called me and he said somebody just ordered 5 bios. I mean, five
mm-hmm,
bios, and tomorrow another five, and they're gonna complete the set, and they're gonna
mm-hmm,
order Oxitap on top of that. And for
mm-hmm,
those of us who wants to rank up, this is like a fast track. It- it's good for business, it's good for
yeah,
ranking up, and it's
mm-hmm,
great for us because the same effort, remember, you're going to do selling, you're going to do convincing presentation, same effort, as long as you tap the right people, because this is A and B market, right? It's not the
mm-hmm,
C and D market, this is the A B
mm-hmm,
market. If you tap the right people, the right market, and
mm-hmm,
when you tap this market, they have networks with the same people, right?
mm-hmm,
And so it's going to branch out. You're going to have a massive, massive awareness of this trilogy of wellness. They're friends of their friends and friends of their friends. It's going to start doing domino rippling effect. And this is what
mm-hmm,
happens to a lot of our leaders here in the Philippines. It's like, wow, it's phenomenal now. They want to complete. Now the mantra, like the slogan now is, right? I want to complete the trilogy of wellness to achieve the ultimate human health through Prife International. So you want to complete it. That is the mindset. That's the awareness. If you don't have, complete it as a distributor and cascade that down to your line, down to your distributor, and market it as the trilogy of wellness. This is the key to achieve the ultimate human health. And this mindset will help your business, will help your leaders rank up fast, and of course, for business wise, profit wise, it's really profitable. So it's a win-win thing. Thank you for that.
Yes, exactly. I love Mr. Nathan's example of how we need to complete the trilogy of wellness first, because like ultimately that's true. No matter what we speak about, if we are able to complete the trilogy of wellness, then instead of just listening to Mr. Nathan talk about it and repeating his words, we can now share our own experience as well. Miss Eviliana has raised her hand. Go ahead.
Hello, Iviliana
Hello.
here. Young woman with a lot of years.
Mm-hmm.
I have 70 years, but I feel like 28. So this is results of Prife devices. So
Oh,
I use,
fantastic.
yeah, I use iTerra Pro, I use Bio, and I'm really excited to get also Oxitap. And I'm so
Mm-hmm.
sorry that when I was in Bangkok, I didn't have opportunity to buy, because in this moment I have not possibility to buy. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm so angry on me that I didn't provide these finances, resources in this time. So we make sometimes mistakes. But
Mm-hmm.
I am really exciting to get this in Europe. I am from Ljubljana, Slovenia, and I'm so glad for Zdenka. She looks wonderful. She really is a great users of Prife, and she has really a lot of good results with Prife. I'm so proud on her. My question today is, if I am used in these 10-20 minutes bio, can I use in the same time also Pro, maybe for my hair or for my hand? it is okay to use both together? This is my question today.
Oh,
Brother
yes.
Nathan, go ahead.
All right. Is your question saying, are you going to use it at the same time, or you're going to
Yeah,
use
at the
it?
same time, I have my leg in the bio, and in my hand I have proof for my head. It is good
Okay. This is
because
what
I'm
we
showing one of my users to do this.
Yes,
And
there are a lot of
really
users. A lot of users are doing that, but I don't recommend that. You know why? Because uh, I don't really know how to say it. I don't know what's the size, but it's not, you're not optimizing the one. You have to first maximize one device at the time. So don't do it at the same time, because
no,
you're
okay,
treating your legs. So you allow the energy to focus on your legs, and that is enough for that moment right now. You're charging your nerves and everything, and once it's done, now you shift into using the etheric air, which is good. So that is recommended. Don't use it at the same time. And
okay,
I've been hearing this from a lot of doctors and users, and even Mr. Soma, who's our product specialist. He said, don't use it at the same time. So you drink charged water, you use the bio, after the bio, the etheric air, and then drink another charged water. That should be the process. Don't
okay.
do it all at the same time. Yeah. Which
You
is
know, because this my friend, she just make shower, and she had wet hair. She put leg in the bio, and with pro she was uh, for the hair to make hair better. Yeah, not wet. And
oh,
this is also not good.
yeah, just let her finish first. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
It's not good.
Correct. It's not
It's not
good.
good.
It's
Not
not
good.
good. Yeah, yeah.
Not good.
Uh,
Okay,
yeah,
then now
yeah.
because I didn't have no real explanation why not.
If there's some, I think Brother Saul, can you explain? Brother Saul is a
Yeah.
therapist.
Hey,
What can you say?
hi, love. How are you? Nice to see you again. Zdanka, I want to tell you, you look fantastic.
Viviana.
I love it. You look like 25 years younger. Not that you look bad before, but come on. Your hair, your face, congratulations. I'm going to answer, Viviana, I'm going to answer the question because I asked this to Dr. Soma in the last meeting we had. It's like, what's your favorite drink?
My water.
Yes. What?
Yeah. Water.
Vodka.
Water.
Water.
No.
Okay.
Water.
Okay. Let's say you love water and you mix with rum and then you put some tequila on it. Would that be good for you in a taste or in your body?
Yeah, you have right. It's
Got it? That's what Dr. Soma told me. Don't mix it. Use the bio, enjoy it, drink water, wait 1-2 hours that it makes the effect they should be doing it. And then you can use the pro and make some accentuation in your body where you need it. But please, Dr. Soma say, do not mix the things. And if you're gonna have your ion shield, turn it off. Because
okay.
if those are good things, the ions, negative ions are going in your body, which is very good. And then the terahertz are doing also in your skin and in your energy something. It's going to collide. You're not going to have the best effect of both.
Okay.
So remember that to tell everybody what happened if you have, let's say you drink rum coke and it's your best drink. Fine. But why would you put vodka? Why would you put a tequila?
I understand.
It's too much. So just remember that example to everyone. Don't mix things like your favorite drink. Don't mix it. Just drink it the way you like it and keep it up. All right? Thank you.
Okay, but
love you.
Also
You
I
look
have
fantastic.
question that we can drink water when we are in bio. We can
Yes,
drink
you
water.
can. And please do it because being hydrated is one of the top things. Remember, for the bio, you have to be hydrated. Otherwise, your body is gonna try to get water from somewhere else, and that will be your brain. We don't want that.
Okay.
So
Thank you for your
drink it, no
explanation.
problem. You look great.
Okay.
I'm really happy to see you because every time I see you, you look younger and better. Love you.
Yeah,
God bless you.
also you, and I hope we can see in May in
Oh, you
Warsaw.
will. We will be there.
I-
God first, we will be there, and it will be very nice, like always. Thank you, love.
From 3 to 5 May. Yeah.
Yeah.
God bless
Excellent.
you.
You too. Be well. Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that. And with that, I would like to bring this Zoom call to a close. Thank you all for joining so consistently every week, every Monday. And we will be back on Prife 101 next week, next Monday, with another speaker and another topic that is going to give you another direction to learn from or another direction to move in towards. But always remember, all of us in Prife, we are here, we're on the same page. We're all here for the same reason. We're here so we can be healthy. We're here so we can be beautiful, and we're here so we can help other people be healthy and beautiful. And thus, by doing so much good to as many people as possible, we are blessed by wealth as well. So, to everyone here in this call who are members, who are leaders, who are business builders, thank you so much for joining us. Brother Nathan, any final closing words?
All right. Let's just, again, it's energy. Let's increase the energy within us. As within, so without. So the way out is to go within. So let's focus on our energies inside, use our products, your thoughts, your feelings, our frequency. Make sure it's all up there. It's high energy, it's high and positive, because we're creating this massive vibration. We're touching lives. So it's important to be in high state of energy. And so use the device. We love Prive. Go change your life. And you know what? There's a lot of fake devices out there. Don't trust them. It's going to ruin your life and it's going to ruin your integrity. So get the ones, the authentic from Prive, especially with the Itera Care. All right. So
And
thank you
please,
so much.
Just one more thing. Talking about fake, Mugi, please tell everyone.
Go ahead.
I received a proper invitation, conversation, inviting me to do business in the name of Nathan.
Wow.
Ooh.
Somebody is taking your pictures, Nathan. I can show you. It happens twice already. Please, Nathan, tell everyone you don't do these things, because this guy, I don't know who was, I'm sure it's more than one person, tried to pitch me. I don't know what, but it took 3 or 4 days of sending me messages talking about me, about you. That person knows things about you, Nathan, that you should be careful. Just be aware, everyone, that you don't do these things, Nathan. Please, every Zoom call, tell people, I do not invite people to other things. That's why talking about fakes, somebody is taking you, Nathan. Be very careful. I know you. That's why I didn't fall for it. But I'm sure there's people don't know you like we do, and they maybe gonna trust what you are offering. Please tell them. With this, thank you, everyone. Love you. See you soon.
Thank you, Brother Saul. Love you, man. Thank you for
Brother
this.
Saul.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Sal.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Thank you, Nathan. Love you too. I
Thank you,
hope to
brother.
see everyone in this call again next week. And also, just a heads up for everybody. If you are in Malaysia, 19th, 20th, and 21st of April, we are having a very special, very exclusive, limited seat training. And in our training, we have so much going on. But most importantly, all that you need to know is that we would be leading the training would not only be Mr. Nathan as our Chief Training Officer, but also both Crown Ambassadors as well. So we have a lot of things being planned out for you. If you're in Malaysia, don't miss out on some of the opportunities that are coming up. Talk to your uplines, talk to your leaders, and come talk to us in marketing to see how you can take part in everything that's happening here. Thank you, Saul, for the heads up on the fake Nathan. Thank you, Dawn, for sending that message. And I will see all of you next week, same time, same day. Thank you for coming to Prife 101. And thank you so much for taking part this week, Brother Nathan. And see you all at the top. Be happy, be beauty, and be wealthy. Goodbye, everybody. Take care.